education officer, in fact, former education officer for Camden, Mrs. Angela Marriott. Curriculum specialist for language arts, Mrs. Yosha Alphonse. Our representative from Collins Publishers, Mr. Tom Kane. Special invited guest, our ardent supporters, media, our contestants, everyone here, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, this is a fine day, right? Yes, in spite of the rain. In fact, we should say in addition to the rain, it is a fine day. Okay? Contestants, it's a privilege to have you here contesting this competition, representing the various districts 1 to 8. You're already champions, you're already winners. All right?
Former EO of Camden, Mrs. Angela Marriott. Our representative from Collins, Mr. Tom Kane. Teachers, parents, students, invited guests, welcome to the 2nd annual Collins National Spelling Bee. Learning how to spell words is one of the most useful lifelong skills that an individual can possess. Spelling is part of the basic foundation that all children will need throughout their education and life in general. It is a vital thread in the development of reading and writing and supports the achievement of good academic results. The teaching of spelling has always been a hot topic in education and continues to be an issue that elicits different pedagogical perspectives, especially with the rise of modern learning technologies. Most of us are familiar with the autocorrect function on our smartphones or other online resources for checking spelling. It can be quite annoying at times. And might I add, autocorrect has been a source of grief for many of us. Does the availability of these assistive technologies mean that it is less important for students to learn spelling at school? Having good spelling skills is just as important as it was before these different technologies were available. Although technology provides great alternative ways for practicing spelling, it should not be assumed that learning how to spell is less relevant nowadays. Different technologies should be seen as opportunities for learning and practicing spelling, and we should not encourage students to view technology as a replacement for their own thinking, as there will always be situations where technology might not be available. It is clear that it is very important to learn how to spell, and it should not be considered less important in this age of technology. This year, we have 8 contestants participating in today's National Spelling Bee. Each education district is represented by the winner of their district-level spelling competition. The competition is designed to be skill-based, to test competitors' knowledge of spelling rules, their understanding of word formation, the formation of derivative forms and spelling patterns, and to test various strategies for learning and remembering tricky spellings. Every effort has been expended to ensure that this is a fair test of skills, using the leveled spelling competition word list that Collins has meticulously developed over several years. The judges are therefore in complete control, and their decisions are final. Today, only one student will be honored as the Collins National Spelling Bee champion. But each student participating in the bee has already demonstrated his or her skills as a champion speller within their community. Let us congratulate all our contestants this morning. Nevertheless, to the victor goes the spoils. So today's winners will be rewarded with some very, very attractive prizes. And I will allow our rep from Collins to share with you what these prizes are. I wish to extend a very special thank you to all the persons who worked hard to ensure that this event is a success. Mrs. Marriott, who was instrumental in launching this initiative during its first year. Our district education officers who efficiently organized and oversaw the district level competition. Our mistress of ceremonies, Mrs. Danielle. Our pronouncer, Mrs. Fannis, and of course our judges and all of those persons who are playing an instrumental role this morning. And our MC will give you a more detailed introduction of our judges in a while. I want to thank you, parents, students, most importantly, for working hard to be here today. And I am proud to announce that the spelling bee has officially B-E-G-U-N. What word did I just spell? Amen. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Mrs. Alphonse. Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Alphonse, for your eloquent remarks. All right, at this time, we'd like to call upon the representative from Collins Publishers, Mr. Tom Kane. Please let us all welcome him.
I, on behalf of Collins Publishers, am delighted to be a part of the Spelling Bee in St. Lucia. We ran the primary Spelling Bee yesterday, and that was a great success. And it's interesting to see in the finals of the primary that there was 7 boys to 1 girl, and yet the secondary, it's all girls in the final. So that's very interesting. A little bit about Collins. So Collins has a long history dating back to 1817. So this is actually our 200th year anniversary. The company was set up by William Collins, and he was from Glasgow in Scotland. William Collins was originally a teacher before leaving teaching to set up Collins Publishing. He had a firm belief in the importance of education for everyone, regardless of class, wealth, or status. The first Collins Dictionary was published in 1824, and these have evolved and grown over the years. Collins is today one of the largest dictionary companies in the world, and one of very few to carry out in-depth linguistic research into language, usage, and change. In 1877, Collins helped Thomas Nelson set up and publish the Royal Readers that I know were very popular and used throughout the Caribbean. Today, Collins publishes a large array of titles from dictionaries to atlases, educational resources, and fiction and non-fiction trade titles all over the world. We also sponsor a wide range of educational events and initiatives, and are delighted to be the sponsor of the St. Lucia Spelling Bee for the 2nd year running. This competition is more than just a good memory for spelling. It is about the ability to apply skills learned in the classroom under pressure, about being able to concentrate and focus under pressure, and about being able to think, reflect calmly, and do not panic. It is about having the confidence to give something a go, and these are all invaluable skills for exams and in life. I'd just like to say a big thank you to the Ministry of Education, Yosha Alphonse, along with Elaine Higgleton, who couldn't be here today, unfortunately, for setting up the Spelling Bee. And there is a lot of hard work that goes into setting up these events behind the scenes and just getting our 8 finalists here today. And also, I would like to thank the teachers and the district officers for the district finals. So far, each of the finalists has received a goodie bag for winning each of their districts. But today, the first and second prizes will be a tablet and a Samsung Galaxy tablet, for second place, and an iPad for the winner. So, thank you. I just hope you enjoy the event and wish all the participants the best of luck today. Thank you. Thank you.
It's always good to know the origins of such activities, as it augurs well for future events, right? Okay, at this time, just like to introduce our panel of judges, and they are to my left. To my far left, we have 3 judges here who are actually literacy specialists. We have Miss Lilfa Wilfred. She's also the timekeeper, so she'll be keeping time during this competition, I believe during round 2 of the competition. We also have Mrs. Shirley Mark, Miss Carla Alexander, and of course, our adjudicator, Mr. Tom Kane. Okay? Please remember that the judge's decision is what? That's right. Okay? All right. And now the reason why we are all here this morning, okay? We have amongst us our, should I say, the best spellers on the island? All right. Okay, so we're going to begin with our competitor from District 1. As we introduce you, please just give your best suitable pose. You could wave your hand, you could smile. Okay, so from District 1, representing the Grosile Secondary School, we have Leandra Bruno. From District 2, from Sir Ira Simmons Secondary School, Miss Kenita George. From District 3, representing St. Joseph's Convent, Miss Chandel Lawrence. From District 4, representing Cicero Secondary School, Miss Makiba Ferrari. Woo! I think I was more focused on your surname, on your last name. My apologies. And from District 5, representing the Clendon Mason Secondary School, Miss Shikwanda Wilfred. From District 6, representing Binfield Secondary School, Miss Makana Dennis. From District 7, representing Swazel Secondary School, Miss Davia Francis. Is it Davia? Davia Francis. And last but certainly not least, from District 8, representing Josufuye from the Soufre Comprehensive Secondary School, Miss Safia Solomon. Please give each and every one of them a resounding round of applause. They deserve it. And now to the start of the competition. To do so, I now call on our pronouncer for today's event, and that is none other than Mrs. Natalie Jolie Fannis. Please put your hands together for her.
Good morning. It's important that you can hear me clearly, particularly the contestants. Can you hear me clearly? Yes? Okay. It's really great to be here. I'll just say this much. I am a lecturer at the South Louis Community College in the Communication Studies Department. So language is my business. And I'm happy to be part of this event. And I wish all the contestants the very best of luck. So let's just go through the rules. I know that you are familiar with the procedure. But I know we have cameras here and maybe some persons who are not. So we will just go through that. So the spelling competition is 3 rounds. All contestants will take part in rounds 1 and 2. And the top 4 spellers will move to the final round. For each of the rounds, in round 1, each child or each speller will have to spell 5 words, and you will have the same number of words of the same difficulty. And at the end of this round, each young person here, young lady here, will have a score out of 5, which will be carried forward to round 2. All contestants again will participate in round 2. And this one is a timed round, so you will have 2 minutes in which to spell as many words as you can. And I think we have a total of 12 words, 15 in that band. Okay, so you spell as many words as you can, and this time you will be allocated 2 points for each word that you spell correctly. In the first round, it's 1 point per word that you spell correctly. And at the end of this round, your scores will be tallied with the scores from the first round, and the top 4 contestants will move forward to the final round, where each child will then spell 5 words. Okay? And at the end of this round, you will still be using your scores from round 1 and round 2. These will be added to your scores from round 3 for your grand total. Yes, so just verifying with the adjudicator. So the winner is the person with the highest combined score, not just in the last round. So if somebody spells 4 words right in the last round and the next person spells 5, it's not guaranteed that the person who spells 5 will be the winner, because it's a combined score from the first 2 rounds. Is that clear? Very good. So here are some additional things that I want you to remember, and this is particularly for the spellers. You need to listen carefully to the pronunciation of each word. Yeah? We encourage you to say the word, to repeat it after I've said it, so that I can ensure that you heard what I said. So you repeat the word, you spell it, and you say it again. Okay? You will not be penalized if you don't do that. We're just encouraging you to do it so that you get it very, very clear in your head. Speak clearly, loudly, and slowly. We want to ensure that the judges hear every letter that you say. Yes? If the judges, and there are 3 of them, 3 of them, if they don't hear you, then you're marked as incorrect. Okay? You are marked as incorrect. So make sure that you take your time to spell the word. I know in the second round it's timed, but you can still do that very, very clearly. All right? Just a few additional ones that I want to ensure that you follow. When you're spelling the word, you're allowed to pause. You can hesitate and you can think, but you must continue from where you left off. You cannot start over, neither can you repeat a letter if it is not repeated in the word. You with me? So you can pause, you won't be penalized for that, but you must continue from where you left off. Okay? Do not start over, else you will be marked incorrect. You are not allowed to pass on a word. You have to attempt it. So attempt the word and move on to the next one. You're not penalized for spelling incorrectly, so take a chance, because you may just get that word right. Okay, so take a chance. That's fine with us. When I say the word, if it's not familiar to you, and that is okay, because we're going according to spelling rules. It's not a vocabulary test. If you are not sure of the word, ask me for a definition, the part of speech, the origin. Whichever of those you think would help you. You can ask me for all of them. Yeah? But you can seek clarification about the word based on its part of speech, its definition, or its origin. Okay? And the final thing is that you are allowed to write down the word for your own clarity. You've been provided with pencil and paper in order to do so. Okay? Now, we're not going to look at your spelling. We're only going with what we hear. So even if you spell it right and you say it incorrectly, we're going with what you see. So make sure you get it right the first time. All right? We're good? Ready to start? Beautiful. Anything I missed out? No. Okay. So I have my list here, and I think we're going in the order that you seated, starting with District 1. There is a roving mic. Is it just one? Can we send the mic down to the end to start? And we will pass it up as we go along. So ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for round 1 of the Secondary Schools Collins Spelling Bee competition. We begin with Elandra from District 1. Eliandra, my apologies. Eliandra from District 1. Eliandra, your first word is compassion. Compassion.
Compassion. C-O-M-P-A-S-S-I-O-N, compassion.
Your second word, aerobics. Aerobics.
Aerobics. A-E-R-O-B-I-C-S. Aerobics.
Word number 3 is capable. Capable.
Capable. C-A-P-A-B-L-E. Capable.
Word number 4, medallion. Medallion.
Medallium. M-E-D-A-L-I-U-M. Medallium.
I don't think she heard me correctly. She said and I said on. Because when she said it over, she said medallium. I meant to stop her. Medallion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Say the word again. Repeat what I said.
Medallion.
She didn't hear me.
M-E-D-A-L-I-A-N. Medallion.
And your final word, ambivalent. Ambivalent.
Ambivalent. A-M-B-I-V-A-L-A-N-T. Ambivalent.
And that's it for round 1 for Elandria representing District 1. We move on to District 2. Is it Kentia? Kensha? Kenita. Kenita. Your first word is consultation. Consultation.
Consultation. C-O-N-S-U-L-T-A-T-I-O-N.
Word number 2, antenatal. Antenatal.
Antenatal. A-N-T-I-N-A-T-A-L.
Your third word, foible. Foible.
Foible. F-O-Y-E-B-L-E.
Word number 4, merriment. Merriment.
Merriment. M-E-R-R-I-M-E-N-T.
And your final word, matriculate. Matriculate.
Matriculate. M-A-T-R-I-C-U-L-A-T-E.
Round of applause for Kenita, representing District 2. We move on to Chandel from District 3. Word number 1 for you is passionate. Passionate.
Passionate. P-A-S-S-I-O-N-A-T-E. Passionate.
Word number 2, aqualung. Aqualung.
Aqualum. A-C-Q-U-A-L-U-M. Aqualum.
Word number 3, improbable. Improbable.
Improbable. Improbable. Improbable.
Word number 4, mummify. Mummify.
Mummify. Mummify. Mummify.
And your final word in this round, immaculate. Immaculate.
Immaculate. Immaculate. Immaculate.
Round of applause for Chandel, representing District 3. We move on to contestant number 4, Makiba, representing District 4 and the Cicero Secondary School. Your first word, depression. Depression.
Depression. Depression.
Your second word, aerodynamics. Aerodynamics.
Aerodynamics. Aerodyramics.
Word number 3, feasible. Feasible.
Feasible. Feasable.
Word number 4, oppressive. Oppressive.
Oppressive. Oppressive.
And your final word in this round, benevolent. Benevolent.
Benevolent. Benevolant.
Thank you, Makiba, representing District 4. We move on to contestant number 5, Shaquanda, representing the Clendon Mason Secondary School. Shaquanda, your first word is continuation. Continuation.
Continuation. Continuation.
Word number 2, antibody. Antibody.
Antibody. Antibody.
Word number 3, incurable. Incurable.
Incurable. Incurable.
Word number 4, penniless. Penniless. Remember, you can ask for a definition.
Penniless. Penniless.
And your final word, gesticulate. Gesticulate.
Can I have a definition, please?
If you gesticulate, you make movements with your arms or hands, often while you are describing something that is difficult to express in words.
Gesticulate. JUSTICULATE.
Thank you, Shaquanda, representing District 5. We move on to District 6, Makana, from the Beanfield Secondary School. Makana, your first word is submission. Submission.
Submission. SUBMISSION. Submission.
Your second word, aqueduct. Aqueduct.
Can I have a definition, please?
An aqueduct is a long bridge with many arches which carries a water supply or a canal over a valley.
Aqueduct.
Aqueduct.
Aqueduct. AQUIDUCT. Aqueduct.
Comprehensible. Comprehensible.
Comprehensible. COMPREHENSIBLE.
Word number 4, pessimistic. Pessimistic.
Pessimistic. PERSIMISTIC.
And your final word, prevalent. Prevalent.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Prevalent.
Prevalent. PREVALANT.
Thank you. Makana, representing District 6. We move on to District 7, represented by Davia Francis of the Shrewsbury Secondary School. Davia, your first word is admission. Admission.
Admission. ADMISSION. Admission.
Word number 2, aerosol. Aerosol.
Aerosol. AEROSOL.
Word number 3, invaluable. Invaluable.
INVALUABLE. Invaluable.
Word number 4, pinnacle. Pinnacle.
PONOCKLE. Pinnacle.
And your final word in this round, assailant. Assailant.
Assailant. ASSALANT.
Thank you, Davia, representing District 7. We move on to our final contestant for round 1, representing District 8, Safia Solomon from Soufre Comprehensive Secondary. Your first word, conception. Conception.
Conception. CONCEPTION.
Word number 2, antiseptic.
Beg your pardon?
Antiseptic.
Antiseptic. ANTISEPTIC. Antiseptic.
Word number 3, lamentable. Lamentable.
Lamentable. LAMENTABLE.
Word number 4, scaffolding.
Beg your pardon?
Scaffolding.
Can I have a definition, please?
Scaffolding is the temporary framework on the outside of buildings used by workers.
Scaffolding. SCAREFOLDING.
And your final word, expostulate. Expostulate.
Expostulate. EXPOSTULATE.
Thank you, Safia. We've come to the end of round 1. A round of applause to all the contestants.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, judges. Once a man, twice a child. They say that with age and experience comes wisdom, that you learn from all your mistakes and get more refined. But those have not been my observations where I come from. I have seen 14-year-old adults and children that's 59. It's a cause of concern to me. That's what's wrong with society. Far too many others grow up with children mentality. They don't ever learn discipline, like they brain not developing. And it's we the youths they condemn and criticizing. I guess that is why they say age is just a number. 40 plus years on earth and you none the wiser. You have seniority but no brought up see, unstable and running wild. You call yourself an adult, but you still a problem child. It's very sad, it makes me want to weep, weep, weep. Some adults go through life like goat and come out just like sheep. Adults, you are the example. We learn from you. Judges, you listen in. You have your degree, all your years of education. You mature enough and you understand right and wrong. But yet you're full of vices and malice and corruption. You have zero love for each other and refuse to get along. You call yourself a Christian, but you busy running woman. You have husband and family and still have your outside man. You don't know how to play a role. Breaking laws seems to be your goal. But you mad as hell when the youth's lacking self-control. I guess that is why they say age is just a number. 40 plus years on earth and you none the wiser. You have seniority but no brought up see, unstable and running wild. You call yourself an adult, but you still a problem child. It's very sad, it makes me want to weep, weep, weep. Some adults go through life like goat and come out just like sheep.
Ministers, teachers, you are the role model. Stop the double standards.
When children do bad, we can have some understanding. Cause they just arrive on this earth with so much to learn. But how do you cope with some hardback who's 40-something, who has no sense of right and wrong, yet respect they want to earn? Who does bring in illegal guns? Not your teenage daughters and sons. It's mature, respectable adults spoiling the younger ones. Check the leaders in parliament at the age of embarrassment, who get old and grey and die with no betterment. I guess that is why they say age is just a number. 50+ years on earth and you none the wiser. You have seniority but no brought-up-see, unstable and running wild. You call yourself an adult, but you're still a problem child. It's very sad, it makes me want to weep, weep, weep. Some adults go through life like goat and come out just like sheep.
Sing the nursery rhyme.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mighty J. Enjoy the rest of the show.
The winner of the secondary school's Calypso competition, Michael Joseph. And he will be representing St. Lucia at the regional Calypso competition. Congratulations to Corinth Secondary and the music teacher, who I know has put in years of work, instructive, great clarity, and great choreography. Very well planned. All right, so back to our business of spelling. After that bit of instruction, Claire, you could hear every word that he said. That was amazing. So we have results at the end of round 1. And remember, you're carrying those marks into round 2. So at the end of round 1, we have Eliandra with 3 points, Kenita with 3 points, Chandel with 4 points, Makiba with 2 points, Shaquanda with 4 points, Makana with 2 points, Davia with 3 points, and Safia with 4 points. You still have a chance to make up in round 2, where you are spelling against the clock. It's really how fast and how accurately you can spell these words. We ready? Let me get myself organized here. Round 2. Contestant number 1, Eliandra. Timer, we ready? All right. Word number 1, abiding. Abiding.
Abiding, A-B-I-D-I-N-G, abiding.
Seasoning. Seasoning.
Seasoning, S-E-A-S-O-N-I-N-G, seasoning.
Acceptable. Acceptable.
Acceptable, A-C-C-E-P-T-A-B-L-E, acceptable.
Ghastly. Ghastly.
Repeat, please.
Ghastly. Ghastly.
Ghastly, G-A-S-T-L-Y, ghastly.
Chaos.
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 C-H-A-O-S, chaos.
Thermometer. Thermometer.
Thermometer, T-H-E-R-M-O-M-E-T-R-E, thermometer.
Panorama. Panorama.
Panorama. PANORAMA. Panorama.
Conscience. Conscience.
Conscience. CONCSIONS. Conscience.
Intuition. Intuition.
Intuition. INTUWISHING. Intuition.
Meridian. Speak a little slower. Meridian. Okay, your time is up. Contestant number 1. Contestant number 2. Contestant number 2 from Cyrus Simmons Secondary, Kenita. Your first word, argument. Argument.
Argument. ARGUMENT. Argument.
Satisfying. Satisfying.
SATISFYING.
Accountable. Accountable.
ACCOUNTABILE.
Nat. Nat.
NHATE.
Typify. Typify.
TIPIFY.
Centimeter. Centimeter.
CENTIMETER.
Retina. Retina.
RETINA.
Consign. Consign.
CONSIGN.
Irrational. Irrational.
IRRATIONAL.
Metabolism. Metabolism.
METABOLISM.
Obsession. Obsession.
OBSCESSION.
Predecessor. Predecessor.
PREDISCESSER.
Delectable. Delectable.
DELECTABLE.
Jurisdiction. Jurisdiction.
JUD.
Just end it. Thank you very much. District 2 represented by Kenita George. We'll just give the judges a few moments. Okay. We move on to District 3, represented by Chandel Lawrence of the St. Joseph's Convent. Chandel, your first word, beginning. Beginning.
Beginning. BEGINNING. Beginning.
Selection. Selection.
Selection. SELECTION. Selection.
Adorable.
Go ahead. Adorable. ADORABLE. Adorable.
Mortgage. Mortgage.
Mortgage. MORGAGE. Mortgage.
Character. Character.
Character. CHARACTER. Character.
Coincidence. Coincidence.
Coincidence. COINCIDENCE. Coincidence.
Portfolio. Portfolio.
Portfolio. PORTFOLIO. Portfolio.
Dynamite. Dynamite.
Dynamite. DYNAMITE. Dynamite.
Irritable. Irritable.
Irritable. IRRITABLE. Irritable.
Meteoric. Meteoric.
Meteoric. METEORIC.
Occurrence. Occurrence.
Occurrence. OCCURENCE. Occurrence.
Preparatory. Preparatory.
Preparatory. PREPARATORY. Preparatory.
Demonstrable. Okay, that's the end for contestant number 3. And we move on now to contestant representing District 4 from the Cicero Secondary, Makiba Ferrari. Ready? Your first word? Concerning. Concerning.
Concerning. CONCERNING.
Paneling. Paneling.
Paneling. PANELING.
Affordable.
Affordable. AFFORDABLE.
Neighborhood.
Neighborhood. NEIGHBOURHOOD.
Tyrant.
Tyrant. TYRANT.
Defiance.
Defiance. DEFIANCE.
Regatta. Regatta.
Regatta. REGARTER.
Embroidery.
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 Embroidery. EMBORIODRY.
Leisurely or leisurely.
Leisurely. LEISURELY.
Microscopic.
Microscopic. MICROSCOPIC.
Onslaught.
Onslaught. ONSLAUGHT.
Probability.
Probability. PROBALITY.
Explicable.
Explicable. EXCLIPABLE.
Melancholy.
Melancholy. MELCHONLY.
Preposterous. Preposterous.
Preposterous. PREPOSTRIOUS.
She breathed a sigh of relief as her 2 minutes ended. That was Makiba Ferrari representing District 4. And we will move on to District 5 represented by Shaquanda Wilfred of the Clendon Mason Secondary School. First word, convincing.
Convincing. Convincing. CONVINCING.
Slippery.
Slippery. SLIPPERY.
Legible.
Legible. LEGIBLE.
Parliament.
Parliament. PARLIAMENT.
Chorus.
Chorus. CHORUS.
Disturbance.
Disturbance. DISTURBANCE.
Vertigo.
Vertigo. VERTIGO.
Extol.
Extol. EXTOL.
Limitation.
Limitation. LIMITATION.
Missionary.
Missionary. MISSIONARY.
Parallel.
Parallel. PARALLEL.
Proposition.
Proposition. PROPESITION.
Incompatible.
Incompatible. INCOMPATABLE.
Notorious.
Notorious. NOTORIOUS.
Preliminary.
Preliminary. PRELIMINary.
She has spelled her 15 words. We move on to District 6, represented by Makana Dennis of the Beanfield Secondary School. First word, deserving.
Deserving. DESERVING.
Spanner.
Spanner. SPANAR.
Agreeable.
Agreeable. AGREEABLE.
Playwright.
Playwright. PLAYWRIGHT.
Syringe.
Syringe. SYRINGE.
Endurance.
Endurance. ENDURANCE.
Veto.
Veto. VHITO.
Forfeit.
FORFEIT.
Luxurious.
Luxurious. LUXURIOUS.
Multimedia.
Multimedia. MULTIMEDIA.
Participle.
Participle. PARTICIPLE.
Prospectus.
Prospectus. POROSPECTOS.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable. INCONCIEVABLE.
Opinionated.
Opinionated. OPINIONATED.
Perspiration.
Perspiration. PERSPIRATION.
That's your 15 words. Makana, completing in 2 minutes, or in less than 2 minutes. And we will now move on to contestant number 7, Davia Francis of the Shrizel Secondary School. Ready? Your first word? Engraving.
ENGRAVING.
Stallion.
STALLION.
Invisible.
Invisible, sorry.
INVISIBLE.
Shepherd.
SHEPERD.
Chronic.
CHRONIC.
Guidance.
GUIDANCE.
Stanza.
STANZA.
Hideous.
HIDEOUS.
Maintenance.
MAINTENANCE.
Mysterious.
MYSTERIOUS.
Pentathlon.
Beg your pardon?
Pentathlon.
PENTHALON.
Prosecute.
PROSECUTE.
Inevitable.
INEVITABLE.
Orientation.
ORENTATION.
Permutation.
PURMUTATION.
15 words completed. That was Davia Francis from District 7. And we now move on to our final contestant in round 2, representing District 8 and coming from the Soufre Comprehensive Secondary School, Safia Solomon. Imposing. Imposing.
IMPOSING.
Stunning.
STUNNING.
Gullible.
GULLABLE.
Thorough.
Beg your pardon?
Thorough.
THORER.
Syndrome.
SYNDROME.
Nuisance.
NUISANCE.
Tuxedo.
TUXEDO.
Horrendous.
HORRENDOUS.
Manufacture.
MANFACTURER.
Mythology.
METHOLOGY.
Perimeter.
PRIMETER.
Provocation.
Beg your pardon?
Provocation.
PROVACATION.
Inflexible.
INFLEXIBLE.
Perceptible.
PERCEPTABLE.
Permeable.
PERMEABLE.
15 words spelt by Safia from the Soufre Comprehensive Secondary School, bringing us to the end of round 2. So we'll give the judges some time just to tabulate the scores. Okay, I have some scores in my hands that will tell us who's going forward into our final round. I will give everyone's total, and then if you think fast enough, you would know who made it to the final round. So contestant number 1, let me get my names. You know, we focus on spelling. Maybe sometimes we need to have a penmanship competition. Hint, hint for somebody. So Eliandra ended up with a total of 11 points. Kenita has a total of 17 points. Chandel, after round 2, has a total of 24 points. Makiba ends up with a total of 18 points. Shaquanda, representing District 5, has 30 points. Makana has a total of 24 points. Davia moves on with a total of 27 points. And Sapphire ends round 2 with a total of 20 points. So moving to round 3, our final round, our top 4 spellers are Chandel from District 3, total of 24 points. District 5, represented by Shaquanda with a total of 30 points. District 6, represented by Makana with a total of 24 points. And District 7, represented by Davia with a total of 27 points. So congratulations to our 4 finalists, Chandel, Shaquanda, Makana, and Davia. So we will have the 4 remain at the table, and the rest of you can have your seats in the audience. Good effort. It's a lot of pressure on the students when they have to spell on the fly, and they tried their very best. We congratulate them for their efforts. So let me remind you that in round 3, each contestant will spell 5 words, and each word is worth 2 points. And their total will be a combined score from the 3 rounds. If we end up with a tie in this round, then we will have a tiebreaker spelling competition. So let's see how this round goes. We ready? So this time we have Chandel from District 3 as our first contestant. 5 words coming up. Judges, are we ready? Word number 1 for Chandel, matriarch. Matriarch.
Matriarch. M-A-T-R-I-A-R-C-H. Matriarch.
Plateau. Plateau.
Plateau. P-L-A-T-E-A-U. Plateau.
Ignoramus. Ignoramus.
Ignoramus. I-G-N-O-R-A-M-O-U-S. Ignoramus.
Differentiate. Differentiate.
Differentiate. D-I-F-F-E-R-E-N-T-I-A-T-E. Differentiate.
Hysteria. Hysteria.
Hysteria. H-Y-S-T-E-R-I-A.
Thank you very much. That's the 5 words for our first contestant representing District 3. We move on to the contestant from District 5, Shaquanda Wilfred from the Clendon Mason Secondary School. First word for Shaquanda, niche. Niche.
Niche. N-I-C-H-E. Niche.
Adagio. Adagio.
Adagio. A-D-A-J-I-O.
Hexameter.
Can you repeat that?
Hexameter.
Hexameter. H-E-X-A-M-E-T-E-R.
Accommodate. Accommodate.
Accommodate. A-C-C-O-M-M-O-D-A-T-E.
Crescendo. Crescendo.
Crescendo. C-H-R-I-C-I-E-N-D-O.
That completes 5 words for Shaquanda representing District 5. We move on to contestant number 3 representing District 6, Makana Dennis from Beanfield Secondary School. Your first word? Cholesterol. Cholesterol.
cholesterol, CHOLESTORAL.
Cortege, cortege.
Cortege, COURTEGE.
Roguish, roguish.
Roguish, ROUGISH.
Enthusiastic, enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic, ENTHUSIASTIC.
Dossier, dossier.
Dossier, DOCIER.
That completes 5 words for contestant number 3, representing District 6. And we move on to our final contestant in this round, representing District 7 from the Choiseul Secondary School, Davia Francis. Your first word, chic. Chic.
Chic. CHIC.
Impresario. Impresario.
Impresario. IMPRESARIU.
The last letter. IU. Resilient. Resilient.
Resilient. RESSILIANT.
Identification. Identification.
IDENTIFICATION.
Your final word, hypocrisy. Hypocrisy.
HYPOCRACY.
That completes 5 words for our final contestant in our final round of the Spelling Bee competition 2017, our Collins Spelling Bee competition in St. Lucia for 2017. Let me get back the score sheet. And we are going to have the judges tally the score. And given that there is no tie for first place, we will announce the winners and conclude our spelling bee. So I think my job here is done, and I will be handing you over back to your mistress of ceremonies. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
So I have here the results of our Collins Spelling Bee competition, the secondary school leg. All districts were keenly represented, uncontested. In second place, out of our 4 finalists, in second place, coming from, I like the suspense, coming from District 3. So second place, District 3, Miss Chandel Lawrence. District 3, second place. And second place, amass total points of 32 points. And I'm seeing here from the results, from the points here, that it's just a 1 point difference. actually between second place and third place, okay? So the points are relatively close, all right? Okay? Relatively close. Okay, so 32 points, Miss Chandel, representing District 3. And now, our first place winner, our champion speller, from what district does she hail? You sure? That's right. Okay, all right through, from right through, our champion speller for the secondary school leg hails from District 5. District 5, Miss Shikwanda Wilfred. Okay, and Miss Shikwanda Wilfred, you amassed total points of 36 points. All right, Miss Shikwanda Wilfred. All right, thank you very much. I now turn you over to our rep from Collins, Mr. Tom Kane, to do the presentation of prizes. Okay, all right. So we're going to call all the contestants. You're going to come up for a prize. From District 1, we had Miss Iliandra Bruno. Please come up to receive your prize. So everybody gets something, actually. District 2, Miss Kenita George. District 3, Miss Chandel Lawrence. Oh, sorry, District 3, can you just remain there? Just remain there for now. Sorry about that. District 4, Miss Makiba Ferrari. That name, Makiba Ferrari. District 6, Miss Makana Dennis. District 7, Miss Davia Francis. District 8, Miss Safia Solomon. Very well done, students. And now our second and first place winners. We're going to begin with our second place winner. Okay? So second place winner again from District 3. Now you can come up. Miss Chandel Lawrence. And I believe she gets a Samsung Galaxy tablet, okay? And our overall winner for today, from District 5, Miss Shikwanda Wilfred. And Miss Shikwanda Wilfred will be receiving an iPad. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Right now, I'd like to call on Mrs. Alphonse.
Wow, what an exciting competition. I was at the edge of my seat. We really do have champion spellers, and I want to emphasize that each and every one of our 8 contestants should feel very proud for what they've accomplished here today. The fact that you are in this room and you sat at this head table, this is validation enough that you are a champion. Let's have a round of applause for all our contestants. I also want to thank again all the persons who made this event possible. Mr. Kane from Collins, thank you for being a part of this, for sponsoring this, and we're hoping to continue next year with our 3rd annual Collins Spelling Bee. Of course, we need to mention some very important people again. Mrs. Marriott, our past EO of CAMDO, for her vision in being instrumental in seeing this competition launched and continued. And we want to thank teachers who invest so much more than is reasonably expected of them. Their time, their emotions, their heart, their after 4 o'clock, their midnights. They invest so much. Thank you, teachers, for all that you do. Yes, please give them a round of applause. And of course, we want to thank parents who also are instrumental in seeing that the children do their part to being successful. But definitely the students themselves, a special thank you to you. Yesterday, it brought a smile to my face to see 7 boys on the panel with 1 girl. And it's very instructive for us to see at the secondary level we have 8 girls and no boys represented. And so there are some questions we need to answer. It appears to me that our boys start well, but something happens along the way. And the teacher told me this morning, Form 3 happens along the way. It seems as if when they hit Form 3, there's something curious happening there. But definitely, it speaks volumes for the children of St. Lucia. Our performer, Michael Joseph, has left already. He was supposed to perform after the 2nd round. You notice he had to perform earlier because he had to leave to be a part of his graduation ceremony today. He's also performing at his school's graduation. And so I want to also thank him in his absence for help for performing and for bringing us such great entertainment. Okay. So we've come to the end officially of our spelling bee. I want to invite you to enjoy some refreshments. Just beyond this door, we have a setup for students and teachers and special invited guests. We will guide you accordingly when you get out there, but we would like you to proceed in an orderly way. If the students can come school by school so that we can personally hand you your refreshment, that would be very helpful for us. So let me say again, thank you for being here. Winners TV for covering us, our very own communications unit for being here with us today. And so the nation can also get to enjoy what we have enjoyed here this morning. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming, and get back to your destination safely.